It's definitely been such a busy session since we've come back from August recess. It feels like years ago, but also it feels like it happened in the blink of an eye. And
Yeah.
there's been so much going on, and I feel like the biggest thing that's happened to you personally is the Texas race. If you want to talk a little bit about what your future plans look like.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I mean, look, I'm in my fourth term in Congress. It's been a great honor serving what I always describe as the best district in the best state and best country in the history of the world in Central Texas, and particularly this year in the wake of the Kerrville floods, where I spent so much time with the people that I represent and the people that were hurt by that terrible tragedy. And I have to be honest that combined with a number of other things led me to my current position of running for the office of the Attorney General of the state of Texas. I'm a former federal prosecutor, former first assistant attorney general. My great great grandfather was a Texas Ranger back in the 1870s. My grandfather was the chief of police of a small Texas town in West Texas, Sweetwater. And look, I happen to believe that Texas is central to the preservation of this great republic. Obviously, I feel strongly about Texas, and we need to stand up and fight and defend Texas. A whole lot of people are coming to Texas. A whole lot of people are doing things to Texas that, frankly, is not consistent with who we are as Texans. We've got all of these groups that I've talked about, and we're going to, I think, talk about this more in a minute. But all these radical leftist groups that are putting criminals out on our streets in Austin and San Antonio, Houston and Dallas. We got to stop that. We got to stop the impact of the open borders. President Trump has done a great job shutting those down, but we can't be subject to the whims of a future Biden administration. We got to make sure we preserve and protect Texas. So I'm coming back, running for AG. We've got a great start, raising money and great lead in the polls. Polls show us in a very strong position. But the most important thing is standing up and restoring law and order and the rule of law in the state of Texas. And I've tried to do that from my positions on the House Judiciary Committee and other places in Washington. But it's time to come home to Texas. And my son's 16, my daughter's 14, and I want to spend a little bit more time with them as well. So we're looking forward to it. But look, I got 15 more months in my position in Washington, and we got a lot of work to do in D.C. too.
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about this a few weeks ago, but the House is obviously losing a lot of big players with you and Ralph Norman and Nancy Mace and Dusty Johnson, and the list kind of just goes on in the House GOP of really just like major players and major personalities leaving. What do you think that Congress is going to look like without y'all? I mean, that's two big people on the Rules Committee. There's just like a lot of people that are heading back to their states.
Well, what you're seeing, I think, is the product of the people who have been trying to lead change in Washington, who have put their stamp on the House of Representatives to make it better. You mentioned Ralph and myself on Rules Committee. Tom Tiffany yesterday just announced that he's running for governor. Andy Biggs, my friend from Arizona, Byron Donalds going back to Florida. The vast majority of these people we're talking about, Dusty notwithstanding, who's a good friend, but you talked about Freedom Caucus people who went to Washington to change it. And we have been changing it. The good news is there's a lot of new, fresh faces that have been jumping into the fray that are leading and trying to change Washington. But we've got to spread this across the country. We've got the State Freedom Caucus Network. We've got conservatives running across the country. But I'm proud to come back to Texas, as all those individuals are proud to go home. The House is going to be fine. There's been, I don't know, 17,000 of us or something like that have gone up there and served. There'll be hundreds more in the coming years. And we need to refresh who goes to Washington. It's not supposed to be a permanent job. With all due respect to those members that sit up there for 40 years, you're not supposed to do that. The founders wanted us to represent the people. I don't mind people going up there and serve for, 10, 15, 20. I'm not saying you got to leave after 8. What I'm saying is it shouldn't be permanent. Let's refresh and get new people up there, people who can see why it's been so badly broken for so long. The entrenched interests in Washington are the problem, not the people.